Alright. We are here. Let me pull up these, get ready for our topics. What's going on, everybody? My boy Mike.
Mike.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Michael.
Right? Oh, man. It's another Thursday night, guys. Today is episode 23.
23.
Sandy, 23 weeks. And we've been, you know, you got some space over here if you want to move over a little bit. Yeah. All right,
Are you
cool.
saying you want me to move over?
Well, I just feel like, you know, I need my own space, you know. What's going on, Nikki?
Hi, Nikki.
Oh, you know what? Let me do something real quick.
What?
Move that over a little bit. And this is just something for us, guys. There we go.
Anyway.
Made this, moved it over a little bit.
Hi, Frank.
Sorry, it's probably going to take a little bit for it to fix. Oh, look, it's in the middle.
Look, Frank said Nikki will be on soon, but she's already here.
Right? Get it
Said
together,
she
Frank.
needs a laugh.
Really? Well, all she has to do is go upstairs and look. Okay.
That's your face.
No, I thought that was funny. Anyway, guys, listen, what's going on? We got 3 topics, and then we got our other stuff. So if you guys want to throw a topic in there, that's cool. Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about our week. It's Thursday, and some cool stuff happened for me. I'm a gamer, and I got a company that kind of asked me if I want to be a part of their gaming, not channel, but they have a website that give out news. So they're gonna, like, I don't know if you call it audition, but they're gonna, like, talk to me on Sunday. So that's cool. So keep your fingers crossed. I would like to be a part of it. So that's cool. Sandy and I are going to the movies tomorrow to see Unhinged. So finally the movie theaters are coming back to the tri-state area.
Well, not New Jersey. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, not New Jersey, but Pennsylvania. Delaware, is this considered tri-state area? I guess not. I think it's just New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. But anyway, so that's kind of cool. So, well, tell us a little bit about your week.
I've been busy with all these crazy election people. All the politic people. I'm not saying that you can't be in the politics and not be crazy, but I just deal with a lot of volume with phone calls ever since Governor Murphy wants everything to be voted by mail. So, and a lot of misunderstandings about that. So, that's been my week.
Okay, and Nikki said sorry, had a bad night. Frank said hi, Mike, and Mike said hi, Frank and Nicole. And she doesn't like Nicole; she likes Nikki. And Nikki said hello, Mike Penny. Now, I want to say something else is cool. Me and Nikki both do Avon. So I want to pat myself on the back a little bit because in my first 2 weeks of Avon, they gave me a bunch of different little awards as like, oh, you got an associate. Oh, you sold a certain amount a month. We're going to give you $10 off, blah, blah, blah. So I thought that was pretty cool, especially when I didn't care to do Avon. I just said, let me do something for the heck of it. So that's cool, guys. Check out the link below for my Avon website. And also, Nikki, you could give me your website, and I'll put it below as well.
Yep.
Or you could actually throw it in the comments now. All right. So anything else you want to say about your week and how things are going? If you guys want to say anything about your week, Nikki, if you don't mind, you could share why you had a bad night. If not, it's cool. But anything you want to say? Little Sandy Beaches? Some people call you Sandy Cheeks.
No.
All right, she said no. So, with that said, I want to bring up a topic.
Hold on. You forgot to say, welcome to the Sandy and
Anthony Show! Suck it! This is the New World Order episode. Okay, if you was wrestling fans, you caught on to that. If you wasn't, yeah, I looked like a madman. I wonder if my boy Big Mike is out there watching because he would have known.
Nikki said hello, Mike.
I could have sworn I read that already. But
Anyway.
anyways, so okay, now you want me going to the first. All right, so Sandy and I come up with the craziest topics, right? We'll be driving in the car, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, what if this happened?" So we were driving in the car one day, and I came up with something crazy, and I was like, "You know what? This is like almost a week ago," and I was like, "I'm gonna bring this up on the topic." So
Your hat looks terrible like that.
okay, turn your light on, man. I feel like we could use some more lighting in here.
Hey.
There you go. Now,
Anyway, you want to get to it?
yeah, I feel like I want. Anyway, so I was saying to her that what if there's a little futuristic stuff, and remember last week Sandy started off with some little futuristic stuff. But I was saying, what if in your first, like, if you die, sorry, what if you die between the ages of birth and 50 years old, right? My boy JJ, what's up? So if you die between the ages of if you die before the age of 50, right? Or 50, right? What if they could take all the information of the person you was and put it in a robot? And not a robot that looks like it's really you, but like a blocky looking robot, you know, R2D2, whatever, right? And it literally has like your likenesses and everything. I mean, it pretty much will simulate because you died at an earlier death. So it feels bad when people die at a younger age and you can't say they had a full life, right? So you can have something that would be with you that would still have your personality, right? So let's say if Sandy died at this age, and I could have a robot that has her personalities, would think exactly like she would, because that robot was kind of like, I guess they was using all her decisions and thoughts from birth, and so it created this in the form of a robot, right? It had her memories. So we was even saying, how crazy would it be if you died, but then you were at your funeral? And so you'll be like, man, that's crazy. I died. And then Sandy was saying, like, I was like, what if my robot was like, that's crazy, I died. You were like, yo, be sensitive. And I'm like, I mean, but I'm still here. You're like, Anthony, it's not you. I'm like, but I'm still here. Like, so we was like laughing, like, yeah, and I'll be like, it don't matter. You going home with me anyway because I'm your husband. And she was like, you're not my husband. I'm like, yes, the hell I am. So, like, it would say everything I would say.
And then I said, what if this robot looked like you at the age that you died and didn't age? That would be pretty creepy.
Yeah, but I feel like that's why I said it'd just be like a blocky looking robot. Like
I'm just saying obvious, what I said, though. I'm saying what I said.
Yeah. So it'd be like a obvious looking robot.
Or what if they did something where, like, the robot looks like you, and even though you died at a certain age, so it'll pick up from the age that you died. Okay. But it'll continue aging as if you were here.
Well, no, that's what I was saying too. So, because you was like, well, it'll outlive you, but I was like, no. Let's say it was set up that it's gonna age like you would age, because you end up dying. What if I died in a car accident, right? So it's gonna pretty much keep living and eventually die of natural causes. So it'd be crazy because, like, let's say you making dinner, right? So okay, I'm not alive anymore. So, because you know how you make different food sometimes, because you don't like this, so I make you like the other day you made the ham steak, right? Because I wasn't eating chicken, you made.
I didn't make chicken, I made steak.
Oh, okay, so you made steak and I got ham steak, right? And so let's say the robot be like, yo, man, you didn't make my ham steak. You be like, how many times I gotta tell you? You're a robot, you don't eat. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear that, and walk off all mad. I'm going to play video games. You're like, oh my God, this robot Anthony is driving me crazy. He think it's really him. And I'll be like, I heard that.
I'll be like, listen, I gotta drop you off somewhere.
That would be crazy though. What do you guys think about that?
So Nikki said family drama is what her issue was last night, and it made her cry. Sorry to hear that. And Frank said, I'm not going to die. I'm having my brain put inside a computer. That's kind of like what we're talking about. Yeah. And Nikki said, congratulations on the Avon rewards. Nikki, now we need you to get some rewards so we can talk about you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not for nothing. I spent like $65 from home. Mm-hmm. And then my daughter's grandma spent $100. And then Nikki spent like, what, $26 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I think that was it. And so they, look at it like, oh, your first campaign you spent so much money or you bought so much, and then and the markup is pretty good. You make like 25%. So if anybody thinking of doing Avon, let me or Nikki know. But anyway, yeah. So thanks a lot, Nikki. I appreciate it. Now, so what do you guys think about that though? Like, I think it would be cool, but I guess the fact that the robot would really think is they're you, right? Because I guess you would have to
I might
program
have
it.
to reprogram that robot.
I guess you have to program it to know that it's not you, right?
Nikki said I just bought more. LOL.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna,
It
I was
is
just,
what
I
it
was
is.
literally, I took my book to work, and a girl was like, oh, my boyfriend actually liked to buy some Avon stuff. I was like, all right, and then some other girl was like, oh, I love anything lavender. Let me look through the book or whatever. And what she wanted was actually, I don't know if it's discontinued, but they couldn't get it, whatever, or it's on the waiting list or something. Matter of fact, I might take another book to work so it could be tool. But anyways,
Yes. What do you guys think about that? Would you want your partner to become a robot after they pass?
I think it'd be hilarious.
Or your family member, or brother, or sister, or
Well,
friend,
what if I'm the
whatever.
robot, right? And you're going to sleep, right? And I walk up and try to like lay down in the bed. You be like, Anthony, I told you, you can't sleep in the bed. I'm like, why can't I sleep in the bed? And it'd be my personality and whatnot. I'm like, come on, girl, let's cuddle. You be like, I'm not laying next to no cold steel. And I'd be like, well, you gotta warm me up. You be like, Anthony, get out of the bed. Or maybe you call me like a bot or something, like a bot. And I'd be like, how many times I gotta tell you I'm not a bot? Even Avery still calls me G Pop.
I'm gonna just call you all.
A double L. Just call me A Dub.
I'm gonna call you Ow.
Fair enough. Anyway, Frank said a computer could be hacked up.
Can be backed up.
Oh.
You'll live forever.
No. But that's the thing, Frank. We don't want it to make you live
Would
forever.
put a program in it as if you age naturally.
Yeah.
So eventually you would pass.
Yeah. Like we're trying to make it.
Unless you got rebooted.
We're trying to make it as real as possible, so that way, like the person you were with could still feel like they had a companion, and still have to like your kids could still feel like I'm gonna call my dad up, and then they call the robot, and the robot be like, hey, what's going on, and have your voice and everything.
Listen, your kid's gonna call and be like, I want to talk to Anthony, or they're gonna be like, I want to talk to Al, and I'm like, Al's on the side of the road somewhere. He was acting up today.
I mean, probably could run super fast. Well, no, you got to make it like I don't want it to be like some super bot.
Yeah, I want it to be realistic, like a human.
Yeah,
You'd be calling me to come pick you up. You're like, yeah, I know you ain't leave me here, girl. Come get me.
Yeah, because you would really do that. Anyways.
I would if you was annoying me.
Nikki said, well, if they died, how could you move on? Artificial intelligence isn't the same. I know, but it wouldn't be like...
It would just be to cope, like a coping mechanism to help you feel like you still had a part of them around.
Yeah, but it would be crazy because they would answer sentences
as
and
if it was the person.
Yeah, so that would be a cool thing.
So you would feel kind of as if they were still a little bit like here with you, but you know it's not really them.
Right.
You know, they would just be programmed to kind of be the same. So, kind of cool. It's, a good way of thinking. Like, oh, well, I guess you would have to have a lot of money probably to do that, but...
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking, like, what if in the future, like, if somehow they made it where, it was, it was feasible to do, you know?
Frank said, I'll have Android body. It'll look and sound like me, but inside it'll be switches and gizmos.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I just think it'd be kind of cool if you think about it. I mean, it would be creepy, but I think when you lose someone, you almost wish you could. You know how people say, like, oh, man, like me, I wish I could still talk to my grandma. Mm-hmm. So what if this bot, like, I was like, you're not for nothing. If I call my grandma or the bot, like, it's going to sound like her, and she's literally going to have her personality.
And still be able to give you, like, kind of the same advice.
Because think of it this way, right? We are who we are based off of the life that we lived, right?
Nikki said, how could you date someone else? That would be awkward. I guess the point would be so that you won't have to date someone else. You would feel like you just still had a partner.
Yeah.
But I guess that would get... Hold on. This is what would be weird. You always gotta go to the extreme, okay? You can't have sex with a robot.
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
So what if this person's like, man, I kind of want to have sex, but I ain't got nobody to have sex with because that would be kind of weird going out having sex with strangers.
Okay, let's not take it there, but let's take it there. I mean, people use toys, guys and girls. So if you just equip this robot with that toy.
Yeah, imagine a robot effing. I don't know about that one.
What you mean?
Look, even Nikki was thinking that. What about sex?
Listen, that robot go all night long, girl.
That may not be the best thing.
Don't have to take a break.
No.
You know?
I don't know.
You probably have to have a safe word.
Yeah, like get the F off me.
They'd be like, oh, I love when you like talking dirty, and they robot be all strong, hold you down, clamp you. All right.
Whoa. Whoa.
I said, you know,
Nikki said, LOL, magic fingers.
The robot be like,
Robot. Like, oh, God. No.
Just saying.
Awkward.
What about a robot girl, though? You know, you just have that part.
It'd be like a pocket pea.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't say that word. Nikki doesn't like that word. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, maybe it's time to move on, right?
Yeah. It's getting a little weird.
How we go from futuristic robot stuff to
sex?
All right. What about the topic you had? You want to do yours next, or you want to do mine next?
It don't matter.
You don't even remember your topic.
It was. What about kids? What about parenting in 2020?
I mean, if you're just gonna say it, then we might as well do it. So it was. You want to say it again?
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about parenting in 2020? And then the second part of that question is, how do you feel about like young kids? Let's say like, I don't know, 11 and up, thinking that they're gay, bisexual, lesbian, transgender, pansexual, etc. Whatever they're trying to identify as at an early on age. Would you support your kid in those decisions that they think they're going to be making at that age? Or would you be like, hell no, they're too young. When they're 18, they could do all that.
I mean, this is a really good one, and it's a little controversial. But I think I like our show because we talk about a lot of stuff. So
listen, it's just opinions. It doesn't mean everybody has to feel that way. And that's what the point of a show is. You need a little controversy. You need a little bit of opinions. You need different people's point of views. So what do you guys think about that? If your kid came home at, I don't know, 11 and was like, Mom, I want to be known as a boy. Or Mom, I only like girls and she's a girl. What would you do? Or vice versa. If it's a boy that likes a boy, or a boy that wants to be a girl, or whatever, or pansexual, transsexual, bisexual, likes boys and girls, but they're only 11 years old.
well, you already know what I'm gonna say.
But, Darren's on here.
Damn, my boy Darren is up in the building.
So Darren, the question is, what do you think about parenting in 2020? And then the other part of it is, if your child was like 11 and up and came home and said, hey, I think I'm bisexual or lesbian or gay or transsexual or pansexual, etc., and they're only 11 years old, would you support them in thinking that? Or would you, oh, hell no, you can't decide what you think you might be until you're like 18?
Sorry about that.
So Frank said they are still your kids either way. You'll love them no matter what.
Well, that's not
the question, though.
Yeah.
The question is, would you allow them to identify as one of these things at such an early age? would you go along with it? Maybe calling the girl by a boy name because she wants to be a boy, or a boy by a girl name because he wants to be a girl? Or would you support them in liking girl on girl, or boy and boy, or whatever? That's the question. Nikki said, if I had kids and they said they were gay, I would accept it. I would ask a few questions. I don't judge.
Sorry about that.
And Darren said, children don't make adult decisions. I agree with Darren. They shouldn't be making those decisions at such an early age. If you're 11 years old and you think you're into girls, or you think you're into boys, or you think you're into both, or you think you want to be a boy, or you want to be a girl, etc., you're too young to really know what you really, really want at that age.
Listen, let me jump in here. This is why I look at it. You better like that damn schoolwork. You ain't. If you was a girl and like girls, like boys, I don't care. You ain't even liking a boy because you're gonna like that schoolwork. Vice versa. Like, I don't have time for these kids trying to do adult things, right? I think the whole consensus. Now, my question, I think what Sandy is alluding to is like, people have feelings, right? So you might say, listen, my kid wants to do whatever,
Look,
right?
Dave's here and Tish is here. What's up, guys?
Man, that's what I'm talking about. A full house. You guys showed up.
So Dave said, what's up, everybody? What's up, family? And Tish said, I support it. My kids go through it every day. How old are your kids, Tish? And how far do you support the decision? And which one of your kids are sitting there saying maybe they want to be this or that? If you want to share all that.
It's probably
if you don't, it's okay.
It's probably her baby. Baby got the bottle, like, listen.
And Nikki said, I think 11 might be a little young. They might not understand it at all. Okay, Nikki, so at what age do you think a kid under 18 should be able to understand it all and know what they think they want to be? And Nikki said the video keeps freezing.
Yeah, so I'm using my older laptop, and for whatever reason, the charger was coming out. So it said it was losing battery power. And when I got up to plug it back in, I guess because it was about to die, now it's trying to catch back up to where it was at.
And Darren said, when I was a kid, I wanted to be in a gang because that's all I seen. So.
Right. So I think he's alluding to, should his parents allow him to be in a gang?
Right. And Dave said, yep, freezing like crazy. Sorry, I forgot to read that before, Darren.
It's messed up, Sandy. Why you leave Dave out?
Listen, I didn't forget. I still read it.
I think it's going to fix itself.
And Nikki said maybe 16. I still feel like, all right, so they're my kids. At the end of the day, I'm responsible until they're 18 years old, right? To properly raise them and make them into good people and try to make them make good decisions. Now, I'm not saying at 16 that they may or may not feel a certain way and think they know what they want. But as long as they're living in my house and I'm responsible for what they're doing until they're 18 by the law, they will not be getting support from me on that end. Now, once they're 18, if they come to me and say, I've been waiting all this time to tell you, Mom, I'm gay, or I'm lesbian, or I want to be a boy, or I want to be a girl, that is totally fine. You're 18 years old, and you're able to make your own decision now.
Yeah.
I'll support you then.
I also feel like do it on your own time, right? You may have these feelings you want.
Frank said, I think the laptop has passed its lifespan.
Well, let's just say it's a good thing I spent all that money on this brand new Alienware laptop that got state of the art, blah, 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 that I'm not going to get until August 27th. Right.
And Dave said, no worries, I still love you, Sandy. See, Dave still loves me. I still read his comment. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Darren has a good point about the gang thing. Read Tishman.
You read it. I've been reading.
She said, name and my son was with a girl. Hold on, what? Name and my son was with a girl who was pansexual, meaning she
tried different things.
Right, she tried.
He didn't know what that was and how she is gay, and his other girlfriend is straight gay.
Oh, you know, I keep forgetting your kid is older now. I was about to say, how old is he? But he's around the same age as Bobby, and Bobby is 18 now. Damn, time is passing by. And just think, little Dave.
And Frank said the audio is fine, but the video is freezing.
You know what?
And Nikki said, by the way, thank you for the laptop.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Dave said, and you're back. And Nikki said, the video is better now.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, it just took its time to catch up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was gonna...
But, yeah, you know, this is a good topic. Like I said earlier, everybody has a different way of parenting. Everybody has an opinion. It is a little controversial because you're not going to agree with everybody's opinion. Nor are you going to sit back and say, you know, oh, this topic is a great topic to talk about with multiple different people who have different opinions. But that's kind of the point. You know, you can get a better view of everybody's like opinion on here about this topic. So Dave, what do you say about this topic? You know, what's your opinion on this?
Yeah. But I want Tish to kind of explain what you're saying. So like you explained the story with, but what is your feelings? You say like
she said she supports her kids, whatever they want to do.
Okay, gotcha.
She said that earlier. Right. So I read that earlier.
Well, do you support your under 18-year-old kids?
She said she pretty much supports her kids, so
okay, fair enough.
Her kids are under 18, so yeah.
Right.
And Dave said LD is 18 now too.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was about to say
it's crazy, but yeah. Well, I'm saying if he was under the age of 18 and wanted to be any of these things, what would your opinion be? Would you support him? And Tish said, I will let them know as soon as they begin asking questions. Legal age is really 16, and they are already learning about human anatomy in 2nd grade. And my 11-year-old is asking me questions. So.
Where's the legal age?
And Dave said it's freezing again.
Where's the legal age